Hey guys, before we get rolling, I want to talk about my friends at ChevyDriveChicago.com. Listen, we know that the weather can be brutal, whether it be snow, ice, freezing temps. If you're thinking driving in this weather, I need a new Chevy, you're not alone. And the right vehicle makes all the difference when it comes to safety, confidence, and comfort on the road. You saw the Chevy lineup at the auto show, and now it's time to take the next step. How about that power and durability of a Silverado? Or how about the all-weather confidence of an Equinox or Blazer? Maybe the spacious comfort of a Traverse, Tahoe, or Suburban, or the sporty, city-friendly tracks perfect for navigating these tough roads that could have potholes in it and who knows what else. Your local Chevy dealer has exactly what you need to handle it all like a pro. Don't wait. Head to ChevyDriveChicago.com today and browse the newest models, special offers, locate your nearest dealer, and start shopping online. These roads demand a vehicle you can trust. Find yours now at ChevyDriveChicago.com. All right, Big Man, today is Thursday. It is March 27th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Today, my guest is in studio. She is a newish hire. Well, have you been a year yet?
No, not
okay. All right. Definitely, if you don't have a year yet, you're newish.
Yeah.
Hannah Montoya is in the building. What's up, Hannah?
What's up? Thanks for having me.
Thank you for doing this.
This is awesome.
So I like to do this, have some of the new folks on. It's probably a little late with it, to be honest, because we're about to hit a year. But whatever, we're doing it.
Yeah. Screw it.
Yeah, screw it. So one of our sales guys dropped a fact on me that like blew my mind about you, and I think I told you already. But he said at the company right now, you are the second most followed person after Dave.
See, I didn't know this, but that's like mind-blowing. Like genuinely, that's very shocking. But
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Compliment to you. That's awesome. Good job.
Thank you.
That's
Thanks.
Great. So I kind of want to get into how all of it started and everything, but let's start at the beginning. So you're from Rockford?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
hour and a half, 2 hours outside of the city.
Okay.
I loved like growing up there. I did not want to move at all. But,
oh, really?
Yeah. Like my mom's from South Side of Chicago.
Yeah.
And then my parents like met in high school in Rockford. So
Okay.
they stayed there. And like all my family, cousins, everything. So.
And you were in Rockford till I died. Like, I'm just going to keep going to Magic Waters. Just keep doing the
literally
damn thing.
Cocoa Keys until it got shut down for like poop disease in the water. You know, bomb.
For people that don't know, that aren't in the area, Rockford is one of those places where I would say it's one of the biggest cities that's not in the Chicagoland area. Like, you're too far outside of it.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you, Kankakee.
Yeah.
Trying to think what else I'd throw in there, Lance. But those are like the two where it's like, you're not in the Chicagoland area anymore as far as I'm concerned, but you're still like you're not a blip on the radar. You're pretty big.
Yeah, like all those street signs are always like to Chicago or Rockford.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
We are not Chicago.
Yes, exactly. So you're outside of Chicago. So you definitely aren't someone who would claim Chicago, even though it's like if you're from Schaumburg or whatever, it's just easier to say that if you're like on vacation or something.
Oh, yeah, definitely not here. When I was in North Carolina, because it was like people would be like, where are you from? And then it's like Illinois. And they're like, oh, Chicago. I'm like, fuck it, sure.
Sure,
like,
yeah. I guess you went to App State. I guess if I were there and I were you, I would probably do the same thing
like,
because it's just easy.
Yeah, I'm always like near Chicago, but it's like not really.
For sure.
But,
like people get bent out of shape about that. And I think that's a differentiator. If you're talking to people from Illinois, you tell them Rockford outside.
Oh my God. I'd be damned before I said, oh, I'm from Chicago to anyone that's from Illinois.
You'd get beat up.
Oh, yeah. I deserve it.
You'd get
Are
beat
you
up for
fucking
that.
kidding me? Punch me in both of my eyes.
Get beat up for that. But yeah, there was a great water park. That's why I referenced that.
Yes.
I even would go there as a kid.
Magic Waters is the shit. I used to love, like, I would tactically, as a child, be like, oh my God, like, Lindsay's got a season pass to Magic Waters. I'm going to be close with her. Like, hell yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm like, what is it? There's like Hurricane something. Like,
Hurricane Harbor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's at Six Flags.
Oh, shit. Damn it. Close. Hurricane Harbor rocked, too.
But I think Six Flags bought Magic Waters, if I'm not mistaken. I know they did at one point. Maybe they have since sold it again, because I remember when, like, one of the most famous people from Rockford is Fred VanVleet.
Yeah, yep.
Which, yeah, I'm sure you know that. When he won the title with the Raptors, I remember tweeting, like, tomorrow's half off, everyone go to Magic Waters, and they're like, oh, we love this. Let's hop on a call. Let's do Fred VanVleet Day. And I was like, all right, well, I'm not Fred VanVleet. What do you want to do? They're like, oh, well, we want to do it. I was like, call Fred VanVleet then. I just made the joke. It was funny. But yeah, so Fred VanVleet Day at Magic Waters never happened.
Oh man.
Yeah, maybe we'll get Hannah Montoya Day at
How about
Magic Waters.
we could do just a Barstool Chicago Day.
Day at Magic Waters?
Yeah.
Oh, they would love that.
That'd be so much fun, actually.
Yeah, they'd be all over it.
Oh my god.
But you love Rockford, you said.
I do. I like it. I love going back there too, because like my family's in the area. They're not in Rockford, but like it's still like all of my cousins and everything still live there. So it's like I'm always back there.
So I wouldn't say Rockford's small town, but it's certainly not like huge, right?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. Like there's like enough, like you're not going to be, on top of it. It's nowhere near Chicago level, but like it feels, I mean, it's slower. You can drive your car. There's not really traffic.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah, and you got kind of everything you need, right?
Yeah, 100%.
For sure. So there's a lot you could do there. It's not like a podunk town. When did you, like growing up, when did you get on TikTok?
Ooh.
Let me guess, the pandemic.
Yeah. Yep. The pandemic.
Nailed it.
I loved like Vine and YouTube and stuff. So I had always wanted to do little like sketches and like comedy related videos. So I would like hack into my dad's YouTube account and post like these stupid ass like sketches. And like they never went viral because why would they? They weren't funny. But I always like wanted to do that sort of thing. And then I got really, really lucky, I think, during the pandemic. I was just having fun posting like little like character videos or like quick sketches and bits. And like, one went viral overnight. I guess not viral, but in my head it was. And it hit like 100,000 views. And I was like shitting my pants. Like, dude, what?
And this is 2020.
Yeah, 2020.
And how old were you in 2020?
Freshman in college.
Okay, so you're still 18?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
and then what are you now, 23? Okay, so you're 18.
Yeah.
Okay, and you get 100K on a video. What was it?
I did this video. It was like POV your aunt from New Jersey, like whatever. And it was like, I just did it all in like a thick, like New York accent. And then just would do like, oh my God, gorgeous. What are you wearing to the Halloween party? That's ridiculous. Like whatever, like a cranked up, like over the top character. And like, people are like, oh my God, do this video again, but like bring the aunt to Thanksgiving and blah, blah, blah. So I was like, okay, like I'll just fucking do it. Like, let's see. And it just like started gaining like crazy like viewership and like this really cool community of like followers where they're like, it was a fake character and they knew I was like acting because I do other characters too. But it was like I don't know. People like saw it, liked it, and I was like, this is just unreal. Like, it's so awesome.
So the Jersey Aunt was like your first mainstay. Wow. Did you know that?
I did not know that. I had seen some of, I don't know if you call them early, but I was put onto her account from like your Pick Me character.
Yeah.
I had seen that a lot of times before you got here.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, plenty of times. So, yeah, when you first got here, I was like, I have seen her somewhere. Where is that? And then I put it together. I was like, those Pick Me videos. And they're pretty funny. They're funny for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, there you go. So you got on Lance's radar.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, so you're gaining steam. Like a lot of character play, like kind of thing, is on your TikTok. Like that was like your thing for a while.
Yeah. Oh my God. 100%. It would be like that character, and then that was where I started doing like the Pick Me girl, and those videos like definitely helped like, I don't know, catapult this account into like crazy numbers. And it was like, I was working at the time too, but I would wake up. So I worked as a like waitress at a country club in North Carolina at the time during COVID. And I would wake up before my shift. So it'd be like 5 a.m., like 4:30, 5 a.m. And then I would record sketches, and then I would go to work and edit them on my lunch break, and then schedule them out where I'd like go to the back for like 5 minutes and like upload it really, really quickly. Cause I like love like editing and everything too. So it was like, I would go in, edit them like in the back, and then post them like one at 1 p.m., one at 4 p.m. I was on the dot every day. Cause I was like, I want to do this so bad.
Damn. So you just like fell in love with it.
Oh my God.
Was it the creative part about it? Was it the part where it's like, oh wow, people like this? Like what part really like called to you?
Well, I would always love doing like the sketches, like in sketch comedy. Like I love working in comedy, and that's like definitely what I want to stay in. And like writing is so much fun. And so like in my neighborhood in Rockford and stuff, like my neighbors, I would make them all come together. I'm like, we're gonna do skits today, and like no one else thought it was funny, but I was like, like this is what I want to do. Yeah. So it was really, really cool. And then I just fell in love with like the process. I love that there was like people watching it and they were like a part of it too. Like sometimes I would make the characters interact with each other, so it was like a fake storyline kind of going on. But yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful because now I like the fact that I just get to do this every day is so awesome.
So were you like in plays growing up and whatnot?
Yeah.
Okay, so you were always kind of like the artsy girl.
Yeah, definitely growing up. I loved like doing the plays and stuff, like elementary school, middle school. Didn't really do it much in high school at all, and then none in college.
So what'd you go to App State for?
App State, business. Yeah,
business.
Business.
So you weren't even like, I'm gonna be an actress. You were like, I'm gonna.
Yeah, I love marketing. I love like the psychology of it. So that was also the appeal with social media too. Is like it was the kind of the perfect storm. Like it was like, oh, I get to do my favorite like hobby, and then so it was like a creative outlet. But then also like I love the marketing portion too.
Gotcha. You didn't even want to go all in. Like you had no aspiration to be like, yeah, I like being in plays. I like acting. I like creating stuff. Like that's what I want to do. You're like, I want to do that, but like that's just kind of a hobby. I want to do marketing.
Yeah, it was like a pipe dream. Like I was like, there's no way I'll ever be able to.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like growing up when you're like, oh, I want to be an astronaut, whatever. I was like, oh, I want to do like comedy. I want to be on like SNL.
Yeah.
And then like
at some point.
Then like growing up, it was just like, okay, I love business. Like you know what? Never mind. Fuck it.
Yeah. No shit. Okay, why'd you do App State?
Oh my God. So I went to UNCW for my first 2 years, and then it shut down bad with COVID, where like we were getting pink slips for having people over. Like we weren't throwing like crazy parties or anything. It was one of my friends that came over, and you're allowed to have people over until midnight. He left his backpack, so he came back at like 12:05 and like had to grab his backpack, and then the RA like gave us a bunch of pink slips about it. We had to talk to the dean, and like they were so strict where I was like, I can't, like this is my freshman and sophomore year of college. Like this sucks. And then my friend, I was going to transfer somewhere in Chicago because I wanted to do like Second City courses like alongside everything. And then my friend who went to App was like, no, like you come to App State, it's going to be the best time. Like you need to get the full on like college experience. And I was like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
And I love her so much. I'm so glad. But yeah, then I transferred to App, and it was the best time ever. And I will like die for that school.
So you did 3 years after that at App? So
yeah.
So 1 at Wilmington, 3 at App.
Yeah.
And you're happy you did because it was the exact college experience you wanted.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy too, because like you're right. You wanted to move here. You wanted to be in a big city where you could do these comedy things. But the power of like being able to create on your own let you keep your foot in that going to App State and not have to move here.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Kind of worked out really nice for you.
Oh, it was great. Like I ended up switching my major because it was marketing, and then I went online just because like I had to do like not too many things for like brand trips, but it was kind of a lot to kind of like manage at the time. So I did online for my senior year, and then had a lot of like freedom as far as like time goes, but I kept myself like super accountable as far as like making sure I'm consistent posting and like on every platform, just because I was always scared TikTok would die. So I was like, I need to make a YouTube, and I need to be active. I need to be active on Instagram, on Snapchat, whatever. Like I kind of just dispersed it everywhere.
Yeah.
Because I was so scared about TikTok getting deleted.
Yeah, because it's been talked about forever, for sure. So at what point, so that was the 100K video with the Jersey lady. At what point was there a year, was it like junior year where you're like, wait, I might be able to do this? When did you realize like, hey, marketing might really take a back seat?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it was like right about when I transferred to App, because it was like at that point, like I'm kind of like making like real money, and I was like, okay, this is like, you know, fun thing that I was doing, because there's money wasn't even a thought in my head about it, but it was like, oh whoa, like this is like a job, like this is like real. And once that started happening, I was like, okay, like this is kind of crazy. So I think right when I transferred, and then like I transferred, and there was like a couple people like coming up to, there was like one time someone came up to me winter break. I remember coming home winter break at O'Hare, because my family moved back to Illinois when I was like in North Carolina. So I flew into O'Hare, and like someone recognized me in the airport, and I like took a picture with them, and it was in front of my family, and I was shaking. So I was like, what? Like, why do you want a picture with me? But it was the coolest feeling ever. And it was like to be able to connect with someone and be like, like what I did. Like, I don't know. It was so cool. Mm-hmm. But that was when I was like, holy fuck. Like, this is like real. Like,
people
something's happening. Yeah.
I'm not just throwing it out there and like seeing a view number that like, who knows what's the validity of it all, but like you see people there and it's like, oh wow, like there is some validity for sure, whatever it is.
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, you're a real person.
Yeah.
And like it was just mind blowing because the only time like I was made aware like verbally, I guess, like about my videos was like from friends like fucking with me about it and be like, oh, saw your video, hi gorgeous. I'm like, shut up. Yeah. Like pretend you never saw that, please.
What did your parents say when this happened?
Well, at first I was so annoying about it. Like every day I'd be like, guys, like I'm at like 1 million followers. Like I don't know what's going on here. And then they're like, oh, that's really cool. And then like it got to a point where I would like give them like stats updates because it's COVID. We're not leaving the house. Nothing's going on at all. And I'm like, yeah, my video's at like 550 now. And they're like, you told us it was at 500 this morning. Like, we don't.
Yeah, we get it.
Yeah, but they're so supportive. They got me like a cake for 1 million.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's so sweet.
That's awesome. And they were the picture in the airport where they're like, oh my God, like this is like, we are never gonna be able to tell her she has to do something else.
For real, yeah. They were like, oh my God, like this is legit. It was like nice because it was kind of like I'm with my favorite people ever, like my family, and then to have that moment with them, and then it was just like, holy fuck. Like if I was alone, I don't even know what I would have done. Yeah, like, I would have been really weird.
Yeah, exactly. Was it just a girl your age?
Yeah. Nice. She was like a little bit younger than me, but it was just, I mean,
nice,
crazy.
And where were you a waitress at?
I worked at a country club.
Okay.
In Charlotte. So that was fun. I worked with like a couple of my friends for that summer, but I worked like a grocery store before that, Harris Teeter, and then Old Navy.
Oh, nice.
A couple of years.
Old Navy girl, American flags.
Yep. $1 flip-flops.
That's awesome. So essentially you were super consistent. How many posts were you throwing up a day during that lunch break?
I would do...
Or scheduling out, I should say.
Oh, yeah. I would do 2 posts a day, like minimum, and then 3 if I was feeling crazy. But 2 a day.
Was that like, did you view it as like homework? How did you, or was it like just truly a joy, even though like that's a lot of work, that's a lot of effort to put in, I should say.
Yeah. Well, I just loved it. Like I would spend like the whole night when I'd get back from work, I'd just be like, trying to come up with ideas. I mean, I still like just write in my notebook like whenever I get an idea, and then I'll come up with a script from there and just try to like delegate. Like I definitely don't post nearly as much anymore, which like I'm lucky I don't have to, but it was like I was so hard on the grind. I wish I still had the same like hardcore like 2 posts a day, but I think the algorithm changes and like it doesn't want you to post as much.
That's what they say though, Hannah, when you're sleeping in satin sheets, it's hard to do road work in the morning.
That's true. That's so true.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm like channeling, like there's a lot of different things I want to do now. So it's like I like doing longer thought out sketches rather than like my quick, like, because I didn't have anyone to help. So it's like me in my room playing like 3 different characters and doing like weird transitions, and like now I get to like have like, okay, so so-and-so is going to be in the office like this day and they'll be able to dress up in this costume and like we can all, I don't know.
Yeah, that's fun that you can incorporate other things for sure.
Yeah.
And it's not like, that's probably makes it a little easier too.
Oh yeah.
Like a lot less editing and whatnot.
Yeah.
So how did you get on Barstool's radar?
I applied on LinkedIn.
Really?
Yeah.
No shit.
Yeah, LinkedIn. I love Barstool, and I was always a really big fan. And so I like was keeping my eye out because I was like, I'm moving to Chicago. And then
so you were already independently moving here for Second City. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, that was definitely like coming here super creatively. And like I'm gonna be doing this like full time for real. And then I was like, oh, they're looking for interns. Like, I want to do this so bad, and like I'll do grunt work, I'll do whatever. I applied like social, so I was like, I can edit like a motherfucker. Like I was like, I'll edit for anybody. Like I'll do whatever. So then they called me like, oh, we want like content. And I was like, that's what I wanted, but
Nice.
but I was like, I would have done like anything.
I don't even have to go through the back door.
Yeah, I was like, I'll do anything just to get like my foot in the door. But yeah, it was so awesome, and the summer was like electric, and yeah, I'm just really happy to be here.
That's awesome. LinkedIn. Yeah. That's crazy. Because usually, for people that don't know a lot of this, how it works is our social people are kind of have their ear to the ground for like who's they're looking at to make who's going to be next, so to speak. So that's really cool that you were the one that was like, hey, I want to be here.
Yeah, I was so excited about it.
And then when you went full time, how'd that conversation go with Dave?
Oh, so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was so cool to talk to him too, because I mean, yeah, like everybody knows Dave, and it's like even when he came in like I think once over the summer, and then just like being in the same room, I was like, holy fuck, that's Dave Portnoy. Like holy shit.
And what did he say? Do you remember anything about the conversation when it was like, yeah, you're gonna go full time?
Yeah. We talked for a while in his office, and like I'm fucking shaking the whole time, but I'm like, he can smell fear. Like there's no way. Like he doesn't know I'm freaking out right now.
Yeah.
But it was just like, what do you want to do here and sort of deal, and like, cause like I was doing this full time like that year before I moved to Chicago, but I was like, I want to be a part of Barstool. Like I want to be involved in everything I can. I want to do like as much as I can with everyone else, and like it's like I'm not just here to like fuck around. Like I was like, I really just want to be a part of all this and work.
You have aspirations in the space.
Yeah. Like I'm not thinking of Barstool as just like a year for fun, and because that was where they were like, oh, did you just want to do the internship to like vibe check in? I was like, no, I want to be here. Yeah. Do you still do the Second City stuff though, right? Yeah.
So is that just to stay sharp, or you want to do that on the side, or what's your plan? But not saying you have to have a plan, for the record. If you just want to do that, go do it. But is there any plan with that, or you're just doing it for fun?
Well, I think both. It also like helps me a lot. I do like writing classes, like acting, and then like I've done like the improv ones before we've talked about, but yeah, just to like, I'm not in one currently, but like I just finished up like an acting course, and I think it perfectly translates with like all we do at Barstool. Like I feel like it just definitely keeps me kind of sharp, I think.
Okay, yeah, it just gets the creative brain in the right spot to do what you like to do.
100%.
So it's not like you want to, do you have like an age where it's like I want to really try the actress thing?
I mean, like I would love that.
Yeah.
Like more than anything, totally. But yeah, I just want to work in like a comedy space like forever. Mm-hmm. And like this is the perfect place, I think, doing it.
For sure.
Yeah, I would love to be involved like acting wise or writing wise, like any part I can have. It's all really cool.
Barstool aside, what would be what's the dream?
Saturday Night Live.
Okay.
Totally. Yeah. I think that would be like that's what I've wanted since I was a kid. My mom went into labor watching SNL.
Yeah.
Like it's
with
like
you or with your siblings? No shit. That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like I would love that. Obviously that's such a fucking far-fetched thing, but it's like that would be my.
Yeah, but you got to have the mentality that like someone's got to fucking do it.
I guess that's true. Yeah,
right? Like that's always been my mentality when I came to that shit.
True.
Like someone's gonna do it. Like why not you?
Damn, Eddie, you're blowing.
I mean, I'm being honest. Like, and that's to hear that. I'm 34. You're 23. To hear that, SNL still kind of has that staying power with that generation. Because I always wondered. People have said SNL's been dead for like the better part of a decade now. Mm-hmm. So that's pretty cool. Do you watch it every Saturday, or do you just kind of catch clips, or how do you do it?
I don't watch it every Saturday now, but like I definitely catch the clips, and then just kind of like here and there checking in, because it's definitely like a different vibe now, I think. But there's like specific people on there that I'm always watching, and also like they have a new segment. It's like the Please Don't Destroy guys, and they like make quick like videos that get posted on SNL, and they're so funny.
Yeah, and that's cool too, because it's like I assume you'd be fine with even just being a writer or something.
Oh, I would love to be a writer.
Yeah, it wouldn't matter. Any part of being on the show would be sweet.
Yeah, I'd get coffees for them. Like, it's like, I literally would just, any part of it.
But I feel like that's probably unusual for people your age, no? Like, I feel like people your age who wanted to do this kind of thing, like, I'm sure you kind of run in these influencer spaces, so to speak. Like, if you run in the same squad, like, they're kind of, are they more like, I want to be Call Her Daddy? I want to be, who's next? Madison, what's her name?
Madison Beer?
Yeah, I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like, that's, I assume that would be more like your generation's, like, where they would want to get to.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like, all of that's really cool, too. If I fucking ended up in any of those spaces, I'd be so happy, too.
Yeah, you'd be pumped, too.
Yeah, like, it's so cool. Like, on social media, like, you can just go so many different avenues that I just feel like, I don't know, we're in a weird time where, like, maybe a lot of it is very, like, surface level, but there's a lot of different, like, creative, like, ways you can take your job, and, like, it's, I don't know, mind-blowing.
Yeah. I think if you just keep putting out good stuff, eventually, like, something will happen and you'll be interested in it or you won't be.
Yeah, true.
And you'll make that decision when it comes.
Totally.
Were there a lot of girls at App State with you that were kind of doing the same thing or no?
There was a decent amount. Like, it was like, I remember one time there was a girl, I watched all of her YouTube videos about the school because she posted, like, vlogs and, like, why you should go to App State. And I remember she was working one time and I, like, recognized her, but I was too nervous to say anything. And then I left and I was like, why did I get so weird? I was like, I know that girl from her YouTube, but I didn't want to say anything. Yeah, there's a lot of, like, little, at least, like, TikTok, like, vlogs that I watch too, that, like, everybody's kind of doing something. I think everybody's at least posted, like, a TikTok before. Yeah, not everybody, but definitely, like, most generation. People. Yeah, totally.
And because you said if you didn't get this internship, you still would be up here living off TikTok, or would you have had to get another job?
TikTok and, like, probably just everything, because it's like the combo of having all the different platforms is nice.
That is nice. I mean, because doesn't, like, TikTok can pay pretty well, right?
Yeah, if you've got, like, a good video that's over a minute long, they pay out for those, which is awesome.
Do you know the structure at all, like how that all works?
It changes literally like week by week. Yeah. So it's like, I don't really know. Right now it's like you have to be over a minute long or you're just not going to make anything.
Okay.
But then sometimes they, like, nerf the videos that are over a minute long because then they have to pay for it. So it's so weird. Sense. Like, it's easier to get views on shorter videos.
If you listen, we don't have to say. I just ask the questions. You choose to answer them or not. The most money you made off a video.
Oh, that's a good question.
You could ballpark it too if that's more comfortable. And if you don't want to answer at all, it's fine.
Oh no, it's good. I know honestly, I think I've made more money on Snapchat in a day before.
Really?
Yeah, they paid out really, really well for, like, when they started out their, like, program of, like, bonuses for creators and stuff. And that was, like, I think one day it was like I just entered the program and it was like I posted, like, a vlog in, like, Outer Banks, and it was like one day where it was like five figures, and then I was like, what the fuck? Like, I was like, I didn't even really, like, there was not really much effort in that at all.
So you're looking at north of 10K for...
Yeah. For that was a while ago, and it's all changed since then. But it was like, there was one day where I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, this is absurd.
You've told me that before too.
Yeah, my buddy Nick, who does YouTube, he uses Snapchat as, like, a huge outlet, and he just basically posts anything behind the scenes, like having a sandwich is in Snapchat stories, like 100 things long, but it's all money.
But that makes sense then.
Yeah, that shit's insane.
Yeah, and Snap doesn't do that anymore.
They still have a program, but it's not as, like, generous. Like, because, I mean, I did not deserve that, like, at all. Like, I was like, what?
People were craving Outer Banks content.
Yeah, I guess that's a niche, but I definitely felt like, What the hell?
Hey guys, let's pause here because I want to talk about American Home Shield. What do your March Madness brackets and your home appliances and systems have in common? It's that they both tend to get busted, okay? Now, as a benefit with select American Home Shield warranty plans, you can conveniently video chat with a live repair expert to help assess or fix an issue. Talk about taking home protection to the next level. And thanks to American Home Shield, we are able to video chat in my friend Mook to get an expert assist as you pick your favorite teams for the 2025 tournament.
The odds of predicting all 63 tournament games correctly are approximately 1 in 9.2 quintillion. For reference, the Earth's circumference is 1.58 billion inches, so you'd have to walk around the planet 5.8 billion times to reach that number.
Thank you, Mook. And we're here to help prevent a busted bracket, and that's great. Just like American Home Shield is here to help with a busted home appliance or system. I remember when I got my new home, I was all pumped to use the washer dryer, and the dryer was not working. So this is a situation where I wish I could have called up American Home Shield. They would have fixed it, and I would have been good to go. Or I could have just got on the little video call and talked with an expert, and that would have helped me on my way as well, because and then it ended up not being a huge deal, so it would have been nice to have that video chat. So like I said, American Home Shield, they're there, and it doesn't matter if you have a warranty, or they will help fix or replace covered parts of the home system and appliances no matter their age, when you have an American Home Shield warranty, I should say, excuse me. And plus, like I said, is a select as another benefit, select plans, AHS offers a convenient video chat feature that lets you connect with a live repair expert or help assess even issues to fix a home in real time. Listeners can get up to 20% off any plan today. Just visit ahs.com/dogwalk to sign up. Don't wait until something is busted. Get ahead of home repairs with AHS. Go to ahs.com/dogwalk for 20% off any plan today. See ahs.com/contracts for coverage details, including limit amounts, fees, limitations, and exclusions. Do you have like a dream TikTok collab?
Ooh, that is such a good question. There's so many good like POV people on there, and like a bunch of my mutuals I think are just so talented, and like I don't know, there's a bunch. I think Madison Humphreys is really funny. These are probably going to be like super niche TikTok people, but
yeah, I don't know them, but they're definitely big. Sure.
Yeah, there's a fuck ton. Caitlin Riley I think is my favorite TikToker ever. She like is like a real actress, but she makes the funniest videos. She does like Wasp Mom, and like I don't know, she's just really funny.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe Frank the Tank.
Hey, that one's
Fuck
doable.
it, Frank the Tank.
I can tell you that's doable. He is here today, actually.
Yeah.
That's cool. Do you like being called a TikToker?
I mean, I don't mind it. It's like it is how I started, so there's no like, I don't know, but I don't do
It's a little. I mean, it shouldn't be, because listen, it's gotten you to where you are.
Yeah.
But it's a little like, right?
Yeah.
I think
There's
people
like
feel that way. Oh, you should, you know.
Yeah, I know the connotation with it is like a little bit like, okay,
Yeah.
but I mean it is how I got here, and it's like
It is what it is.
I'm not gonna leave that app till it leaves me first. Like I am a TikToker.
Was it like your worst day ever when they shut it down for that 12 hours?
Oh my God, I was so sad. I was so sad because I was like, damn, like I didn't save any of these videos. Like I thought they were kind of like, I was kind of calling their bluff in my head a little bit.
Yeah.
But then it was like sorry, it was so fun to have you, or whatever the like notification said, and I was like, oh fuck, oh shit, like this is real.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a scary day.
Yeah.
And it's supposed to delete anyway soon.
Oh, again?
Yeah.
Really? Did you know that?
That's news to me. No,
Oh,
I
I
did
didn't
not
know
know that.
They gave it like a 75-day extension. So it's like, I think it just got like moved. Like, I don't really know. I've never really trusted the longevity of it though. So we'll see.
How much of your day is spent scrolling TikTok?
Ooh, that's a really good question. My screen time is very high, but like I would say probably every day it's like at least like 8 hours. Okay. And then, but I like Reels a lot, like Instagram Reels. I don't know. I think the comment section there is really funny. I mean,
In
they can be evil,
Yeah.
but
How have you dealt with that?
it doesn't really bother me too bad.
No.
Sometimes, like, I've had experiences actually where I've gotten hate, but it's very specific where I know it's someone that I know in real life.
Ooh.
Those are the ones that bother me because I'm like, oh my God, like, what the fuck?
All right, let's hear that story.
Oh, there's one that I know was a girl that I used to be really close friends with. She just would swipe up on my stories and it was like a burner Snapchat account with like a fake name, like a really like a Bitmoji where it's like purple hair, like green skin, like a weird, like edited, like not real person. And they just started swiping up and like calling me like names where it's like very niche and like referencing things. I can't even like think of something specific, but it was like referencing things in real life that like I have like, I don't know, association with.
Yeah.
Like, oh, saw you at Ale House and blah, blah, blah. Or like heard this about you. And I'm like, what? And then I like ended up like going into I just DM and I never respond to like DMs ever. And I just went in and I was like, just fucking text me, bitch. And then I like, then I just never got a DM again.
Did she text you?
No.
Have you talked to her since?
No.
Wow.
But I never got that account messing with me again.
You still dislike her?
Absolutely.
Wow. We should do like a catfish thing.
Oh my God.
Just like ambush her with a
Yeah.
camera.
Like you stalked me.
Yeah.
My
like,
turn.
nothing physical. Just like Hannah's gonna ask you some questions. I'll be like Joey Greco on Cheaters, and
That would actually rock.
that'd be so fun. We should.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Have you gotten like crazy hate?
I actually kind of I had a similar situation.
Did
so
you?
I started at Barstool when I was 22 as well.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I've been here a long time. I was just an intern when I started though. And well, you were an intern too, sorry. But I was like an unpaid like side blogger.
Oh
kind of
my
thing.
God.
Yeah.
I always thought that you just went right in with like,
With full time?
yeah.
Oh, it took me 5-6 years to get full time. Yeah,
Fuck.
for sure. I had other jobs like to, obviously supplement, and I was only blogging a few times a week, so it wasn't like anything like full time worthy. But yeah, no, I was just kind of doing it since I got the job at 22, the internship, I should say, and then I kind of just stayed on after that. But I found someone I knew was commenting on the blog, on some of my blogs. And through the back end, you could see their emails. And I saw the kid's email and I was like, this motherfucker. And I was like, yo, dude, what the fuck? And then like, I forgot what he said. He just kind of like froze up and didn't say anything. And it's fucked up too, because I thought the kid was good. And I actually was going to like refer him to do some work for Barstool too.
No,
So I
wait,
saw
so
that, I
he
was
was
like,
like a
fuck you.
stoolie?
Yeah, he was a stoolie, and it was like not a friend, but like friendly adjacent from college, like someone I definitely would like, one of those friends from college where you like text like monthly,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. But yeah, and like, we had similar friend groups. We just weren't like super close. Yeah, I was like, dude, what the fuck?
Wait, did you confront him in person?
I haven't seen him in person since. No, so it's been that long. It was just a text thing.
That is so insane.
Yeah, and I found out through the back end that he was commenting. But nah, it's like, yeah, like listen, everyone deals with hate, and I think at some point you get to a spot where you're like, all right, it's kind of not real life, like it's kind of like when everything shuts down, you go home and the people who are in your life are around. You don't really think about that kind of shit. you know?
Totally.
What bothers me more is like the people in your, like your friends who read that shit.
I know.
You know what I mean? Because I know like it maybe it doesn't affect them, but they're like, oh, like, did you see, you know what I mean? Like if your mom read something,
Yeah.
that's what sucks the most, I think.
Oh my God, totally.
Right?
Yeah. I've had like my mom comment before, like send me a screenshot and be like, can I respond to this? I'm like, nope.
Yeah, it's like, no, yeah, exactly.
Like, I promise it's okay.
Yeah,
We're good.
For sure. Like that's what, yeah, because you just get to a spot where you're like, all right, like this is the game. It sucks, unfortunately, but
Totally.
yeah, you can't say that it doesn't bother you ever, because it will.
Oh my God, yeah.
For sure at some points. But I think I'm at that stage where other people reading it is what's more annoying.
Yeah.
Not annoying, is like bothersome.
Yeah, totally. I totally see that. Did
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
any like notable moments with like hate comments where you would have like maybe like a repeat offender? Like Have you had someone ever like stalk you that bad where it's like every post?
Yeah. I actually, now that I think of it, I had two people. This kid I went to college with as well.
What?
He was in like a rival frat. And this kid was like constantly like saying like shit about me that was pretty like personal. Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute, this kid like same thing with you. Like, I know he knows too much. So I went, and his account was just like a faceless White Sox account. And I kept scrolling through his posts, and I ended up finding out who he was. And I was like, this motherfucker. Like, we went through a point where we didn't like really like just being in different frats. We didn't like each other.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, like, you don't really care about that shit. You don't care about the rivalry. And we were in the same major, and we were fine. Like, when we graduated, and like he was saying all this stuff, and like usually I would let it go, but there was like when I graduated, like 3 years or 4 years after, our frat had like a kind of like a race issue. Like, there was like a thing where someone made a fake video, and they said that someone in our frat made it, and it turns out it was all bullshit. It was a kid in Chicago who made this.
What?
And like completely framed it and like fucked everything up, and like almost like made the frat get kicked off campus.
Shit.
So this guy was insinuating that I was like part of like in like a racist frat or something. And then I was like, whoa, that's different than like, you suck, fuck you, you're not funny. That's like, you're throwing like real allegations, man.
Yeah.
So that's why when I had to I had to pull up the sleeves, and I had like a nuclear missile ready to go.
Yeah.
Of like I wrote a blog about all this kid shit, and I was like, dude, you better shut the fuck up, or the nuke's coming.
Yeah, or else.
And it's over. So
Damn.
you let that go. Yeah.
Good on you. You got a little.
But that's a different level.
No,
you know
I
what I
mean,
mean? Someone's
yeah.
accusing you of that shit. It's like, whoa,
Like, that's serious.
that's serious. That's real serious. That's different than like, fuck you, like the Bears suck.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my God. Ew.
Yeah. So
That's
I
like
guess
psychopath shit.
I know, it was wild.
Yuck.
It was wild, exactly. Especially because the kid knew me, and he knew I had nothing to do with that. Knew I was not like that at all. But yeah.
I can't imagine someone meeting you and being like, I fucking hate him. Like, that's just not.
Hey, man, I think the kid was super jealous of where I got, and he was not, I don't think he's in media at all, and I think that's what he wanted to do. And I think that was a large part of it, but who
Damn.
knows?
Yeah, he wasn't mad at you. He was mad at his situation.
For sure.
Then, I mean, what an idiot. Like,
Yeah,
what a
just-
fucking dickhead.
Yeah, just an angry guy.
That sucks.
Yeah, it's wild how that works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had like screenshots of him saying like heinous shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And I
There you
was
go.
like, dude, you like, this nuke's coming. Shut the fuck up. You know, that was so long ago. I was like, it had to be in like 2019 at this point.
Damn.
But yeah, that's the only thing like that will get me too if someone tries to accuse you of some fucked up shit.
When you got started, was everyone in your life like supportive about it?
No,
Really?
no.
How did that go?
It was hard because I guess where I'm from on the northwest side of Chicago, it's all like besides my immediate family, like my like extended family, like aunts, uncles, cousins, like they all work for the city of Chicago.
Oh my God, awesome.
Yeah, and it's like all like there are a lot of police, firemen, and what like it's that kind of neighborhood. And when it's like, oh yeah, this is what I want to do, you kind of get like looked at like, what, dude? Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
that's not a job. Like, so people didn't really understand, and it wasn't like it wasn't a typical 9 to 5 in people's brains, so they just couldn't compute with it. So my dad was very much like, he grew up and he worked whatever. He was always out the door before the sun was up, and he was home and the sun was still, the sun was back down, So he always grew up like a super hardworking guy, and he never understood it, like he's like, what do you mean? Like, you want to do this? Just get a job, get a paycheck. You got to get some money in your pocket. He'd always say, you got to get some money in your pocket and like, I understood where he was coming from. Like the student loans come quick, but I was always like, the more he said that to me, the more I fucking dug my heels in. And I was like, I'm doing this shit, And then I did eventually when I was like 27, when like it was pretty evident I wasn't going to get full-time at Barstool. And I was like, fuck, like I did kind of was like the dream's over. And I was really like about to quit it all and like join a union and everything. Like I was done. And then I kind of got a call about doing a show again from Big Cat. So,
Oh shit.
yeah, so it was like really close not to happen. I had like I was at peace at one point where
Oh
like,
my God.
yeah, for years it was like, it would kill me that I never got the opportunity, you know? And you do like all the, why didn't I do this? You know, you question everything. So yeah, it would like, and then I finally got to the point where I was like, all right, like, you're good. Like, you're just going to find something else to do. It didn't work out. And then it did.
Damn. So like right when you accepted it?
Right when I accepted it.
That's correct. How good did that feel then?
It was pretty sweet, but I was still very much, I'm going to keep my expectations curbed and like, let's see like what happens. Because I had come so close, like 5 times to getting full time at Barstool, like so close, so many times. And it just never happened. So I was always getting my hopes up and getting let down. And then when it blew up that fall because the Bears lost to Aaron Rodgers and Dave liked me when I was sad, that's when it was like,
oh my God.
Yeah, that's truly how, like, that's the fucked up thing about like my story, Hannah, is Aaron Rodgers ripping my heart out and beating the Bears.
Yeah.
Kind of like made my life.
Wow. Holy fuck.
I know. It's a mind fuck, isn't it?
And I'm never going to ask you to say thank you for that. To that guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like the devil in my house.
Aaron Rodgers? Yeah, because all your family's Bear fans, right?
All of them. Yeah. Like die hard.
I love that.
So loyal. I mean, obviously heartbroken, period, permanently. But yeah, huge. I mean, my family all loves you too.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, swear to God.
Yeah.
And they're all, I mean, all anti, like, burn.
Don't say his name.
Yeah, don't say it 3 times. They'll fucking show up.
That's
Beetlejuice
awesome.
style.
Because I know we talked about it. We talked about some Bear stuff last fall. We got to figure something out this year.
Oh my God, totally.
Monday morning football girl or something.
Please, God.
That'd be fun.
Teach me. I love the vibe of it and everything too. Like I just love being at games.
Yeah.
That's where I thrive, with a hot dog in my hand.
Yeah.
And like drink in the other.
Just tailgate girl.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Which I heard App State's baseball stadium is like incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
App State football games, App State everything, but baseball stadium's awesome. The football field though is like otherworldly. Tailgating for App State football is so awesome. Like oh my God, this is when I feel so washed up, because I'm like, I would do anything to be back out there, but I know the second I step out, I'm like, okay, I'm old. Like, damn.
Man, if you're old, I'm ancient. That's for sure.
No, just like, because I'm like teetering, where it's like a weird age where it's like, oh, you're not coming home for homecoming, and it's like been a minute. It's like a weird like, oh, do you think you still go here? Like, that's where I feel like.
Well, I think you get like, so did you go the first year? Yeah, you went last year, right?
I didn't.
No?
Yeah, I haven't been back since May.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
You definitely got to go back.
I know. I do.
Yeah.
I think this is the year.
Because I think it's like you could go back like 22, 23, the first couple years, and then you hit that mid-20s period where it's like, she's back again.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. So, and then like, I think it gets kind of cool again if you mix one in, like every 5 years is like in your 30s, you know? Mm-hmm. So like, I think there's a way, but also just kind of do what the fuck you want to.
True.
Like,
True.
Who cares?
Yeah, like I just want to go.
Yeah.
But I mean, fucking, I would love to go to Bears games. Like, let's go.
We should, yeah. We should. Yeah, I mean, you're already a Bears fan, so
yeah, there you go, default.
You're in the squad.
I love it too, because there's always like merch here. And I'm like, I'm gonna be stealing this. Yeah. Like, here we go.
That's right. The 47 hats don't get to this office.
Yeah. I'm just stealing them all. I'm just kidding.
No, that's awesome though. All right then. Anything we didn't get to, Hannah?
Well, I wanted to actually just hear your story a little bit more.
Uh-huh.
Like, so you said Big Cat was the one that gave you the like full time.
Dave, yeah, kind of. It was like a discussion. Big Cat brought me in when we did a third-party podcast. So we worked for. The podcast was under the Barstool umbrella, and Big Cat like kind of coordinated that, and it was Dave and Carl who kind of had their own show, and they had brought me and Chief on because we had always been here as the 4 bloggers since 2013, basically. It was Big Cat like ran the whole Chicago site, and I was his Bears blogger. Chief was his Blackhawks blogger. Carl was his Cubs blogger, and then White Sox Dave was the White Sox blogger.
Yeah.
You know, and we would always, and we had a show that I started then that was called like Chicago Sports Roundup. It was the 3rd podcast ever on the Barstool platform.
What?
Yeah. Like we're talking like real ancient shit here.
Holy fuck,
Yeah.
Eddie, that's awesome.
I know. I was just 22, like in my college house, like, Because I went back to grad school for a few years. I was just 22 in my college, like, house, just kind of figuring how this shit works, how to download things on SoundCloud and shit like that.
Good for you.
Yeah, so that I did that, and then when I graduated, there wasn't a full-time job available yet. So Big Cat, like, being a nice guy, he helped me get my first job, but it wasn't Barstool. It was for a sports company, but it wasn't. It was never where I like wanted it to go.
Oh, gotcha.
Or wanted it to be. So then it's just like little things like I would try to do. Like I would edit people's clip. Like Caleb, I edited the Caleb Presley show for for a while.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I would cut him clips and just a grind, man.
Yeah.
Just the grind of trying to get here to just be, like you said, to just have a foot in the door, to be social, to be a producer. I didn't like that. I think I'd be behind a microphone like the content person I'd be today. Like I thought there was a chance, but like I didn't know it'd turn into this for sure.
Really?
Yeah, no, not at all.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I mean, that's so fucking awesome, especially like you figuring out how to do all that on your own, like while also being in like a frat house basically with all your friends.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it was always the goal, and I always had confidence in myself, but it was like you said with SNL, it's like how many people get to do that,
Yeah.
So
yeah.
like, yeah, like I think I could do it, but like is it going to happen? Who knows?
True.
I'll try, but yeah, so it was a long road. There were some dark days.
Oh my God, I'm
For sure.
sure.
Yeah, for
Especially
sure.
you getting to the point of like accepting it fully at one point.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I still remember all those moments being like, yeah, all right, I'm good now.
Wow.
And then boom. Yeah, life's weird.
Life is so weird.
Yeah. So that's fun that you worked your ass off, scheduled your clips during waitressing shifts, and you jumped right in at 22. That's sweet.
Yeah, I love it here. I
Yeah.
literally love it here so much.
Good. What's been something cool that you've been able to do that you're like, this is why I wanted to do this? Is it just like jumping on shows, or like what is it?
I think like just being around, like I know people like make jokes of like, oh, Barstool's this, Barstool that, whatever. Everyone here is genuinely so creative and talented in at least something. Like everybody is, it's such a like hodgepodge, like everybody's good at different things, but it's like even just being around people that know like a fuck ton about sports, but it's not like regular conversations that you have with other people. Like it's like, I don't know, everybody's a master of their own niche here.
For sure.
And just being able to hear everybody talk about what they do and how they do it is the coolest shit ever, because it's like you're surrounded by like super motivated people where like you can be surface level online and be like, oh, they just like dick around all day, but it's like, no, they're coming up with everything strategically, like planning out the month, they're going on trips, they're doing so much, and it's like you never know how much goes into it until you're like really here. It's like a new level of like appreciation. And then also like it keeps me like feeling really like, I don't know, I feel really motivated all the time because I'm surrounded by like you guys.
That's
I'm
like healthy competition almost, just to be around people and help raise you up or anything. That's cool.
Yeah, it's so every day here is just so cool.
Yeah.
I love it here.
Yeah, no, the melting pot of personalities. Like everyone asks me, like, how's that Nicky Smokes guy? It's like, dude, he's 24 and he's from Miami. He's a douchebag.
Yeah.
But like, I like him, and like that's who he should be. Like that's what he was raised to be, and he's actually a good guy. But
yeah, totally.
That's just kind of a cool aspect of it for sure.
Yeah, and even him, he works really hard.
Yeah.
Like
for sure.
He's a really hard worker, and he's always coming up with good ideas, and
he's always sitting there thinking of shit.
Yeah.
Always, and I respect that for sure.
Yeah, everyone here fucking rocks.
That's good. How's well, we don't gotta get into it. But fuck it, I'll say it. How's the how's like the limelight been as far as like people in the DMs and stuff? I feel like yours might get a little weird.
Sometimes, yeah.
Right? Like,
I would say like definitely more so now from being with Barstool. Like it's changed.
I got a lot of dudes that are fans.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, like, I think it's really funny. Like sometimes I feel like it's not, sometimes it can be like super gross, like of course, but like, or I have people that like, I'm like, oh, I don't think I would have been able to talk to you before. But yeah, like it's definitely a whole new like thing I'm not used to. Like, I like, it's funny because like I'll open up Twitter and then there'll be like DMs that I've never seen before, like an account I've never seen, but it's like a guy that said good morning to me for like like 100 days straight. And I'm like, what?
You know what the funny part is some of those guys may get a job here someday.
Yeah.
They're going to be mortified that like, I remember, I forget who I was talking to. Might have been Rhea or someone, but I remember like she had a DM from someone we hired, and then like obviously she like followed them back or something, and she saw the DM like 3 years later, and she was like, "Oh, this guy." Yeah, it was like really funny that like those guys are probably like would be petrified if we hired them.
Wait, that's so funny.
I know. So what I'm saying is, think twice if you actually want to work here and you're trying to slide in some of the girls here's DMs.
Then we just like think about it in the back of our minds.
Yeah, exactly.
That is hilarious.
I know. But yeah, I just had to ask because I imagine that it's a hornet's nest.
So sometimes I feel like I'll post something and then be like, I know what's gonna happen now.
Yeah. So all right. Yeah, like the girls. Where'd you guys go this weekend?
Tampa.
All right, the girls. You knew your Tampa trip was gonna make some waves.
Oh yeah. And then we're like taking pictures too, and like I made one specific video with us three because I mean tensions have been high too. So I was like, we've got the opportunity to poke fun at it.
Yeah.
And so I went through and found like a bunch of audios, and I was like, we could do this, and this, and like, you know, obviously they're cool with each other, and like we all work together. We see each other every single day. Mm-hmm. It's not nearly as bad as like what it was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, like we're just making these videos and kind of like fucking around with everyone. But we did one specifically, like swimsuits and like lip syncing and whatever. And I was like, this, like when I went to go upload that, I was like, just like, all right, this one's gonna go great.
There it is. So there you have it. The girls know what they're doing when they do.
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay. All right. There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, you got a good head on your shoulders. I've always felt that way since I met you. So I'm excited to kind of see how it all unfolds for you.
Me too. Me too. Thanks
fun
for
ride.
Me.
Enjoy it.
Yeah. Oh my God. Every second.
Good.
Totally.
Good. All right, Hannah. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
That's it, everyone. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll see you then.